Last week, the Chiefs tried to trade for Robert Quinn by departing with Marcus Peters. Well, they departed with Marcus Peters, but were unable to acquire Quinn. On the other side, though, it showed that Robert Quinn was on the market, and now Robert Quinn is a Miami Dolphin. Now, what do the Los Angeles Rams get in return? We don't know yet. I might comment down below once we figure it out, or once the story we get a little bit more information. But when it comes to it all, I definitely think it's an interesting move. Now, when it comes to Wade Phillips ran a different scheme than Jeff Fisher. Jeff Fisher ran a hybrid defense versus Wade Phillips runs this attacking 3-4. And when it comes to it all, when Jeff Fisher, he technically runs a hybrid defense. I felt as if that he put his guys more so in a 4-3 position than he did in the 3-4 position. Still technically a hybrid defense. However, though, he still leaned one way more than the other. Now under Wade Phillips, he leans to 3-4 basically on every single play. And when it comes to it all, they moved Robert Quinn to the outside linebacker, which is pretty good, but he's more of a DN. And I know DNs and outside linebackers can be converted to different stuff right there. And it's not like Robert Quinn isn't bad on the 3-4 scheme. He's just a lot better on the 4-3 scheme. And that's what the Miami Dolphins have. They have the 4-3 scheme right there with Ndamukong Suh, Cameron Wake, and now Robert Quinn. You're talking a lot of damage right there in the pass rush. And when it comes to a pass rush, I think it's so crucial in the NFL to have quality pass rushers. Now, when it comes to back to the Rams perspective, I'm not really surprised that they eventually departed with one of their defensive linemen. They've always been stacked on the defensive line. That's why I always kind of looked at the Rams that maybe if they get a quarterback or something, maybe they can do some damage right here in the future. And when it comes to it all, since they have a lot of depth, they can also get some trading pieces in here to try to acquire more stuff, maybe even an offensive player. Now, Jarvis Landry's now on the block. Are they going to get Jarvis Landry in return? That would be amazing if they could get Jarvis Landry. What an upgrade from Sammy Watkins. I think Sammy Watkins is a little bit too soft for my liking versus Jarvis Landry. He has that toughness right there that I really appreciate. So if Jarvis Landry's in the part of this trade, this could be a really big deal. But there's no confirmation on that, even though the Miami Dolphins are interested in possibly trading away Jarvis Landry because they franchise tagged him, and Landry, I think, requested a trade right here. So when it comes to the Rams get Landry, that could be really, really good. Now, there are also some negatives on the Rams' perspective where you're losing depth on the D-line, and I find pass rushers to be more valuable than wide receivers. That's how I believe it. I made this Super Bowl video where basically there's three things that a lot of Super Bowl teams have in common with. Good quarterback play, good pass rush play, and good safety play. They all have that. And sometimes it leans one way and another. It's not every team is going to have a great pass rush. Not every team is going to have a great quarterback. However, though, that just seems to be the trend, or seems to be a common trend with a lot of Super Bowl teams these days, or hell, even back 40 years from ago. And overall, when it comes to this and all, I definitely think the Dolphins can be a real big threat right here when it comes to this, because if that pass rush is very good, Adam Gase is a very good OC, and Ryan Tannehill, I mean, he has his moments here and there. He definitely does have his moments. And also, Rashard Johnson, good safety right here. Maybe if the Patriots, maybe with all these stories being leaked out, not them being so successful, maybe if Tom Brady finally shows his age, maybe you could see the Dolphins maybe hosting a Lombardi in a couple of years. But obviously, that's jumping the gun right there. But overall, I definitely think this makes the Dolphins at least like a threatening team in the playoff push. Maybe they could potentially make it to the AFC conference game for how good they are. I mean, they were in the playoffs the season in 2016. So you're talking about maybe if they get Robert Quinn and you have a healthy Ryan Tannehill, yeah, you could talk about 11-5, maybe even a 12-4 record potentially with the Dolphins. But obviously, I'm a little bit jumping the gun with the Dolphins. But overall, though, this is definitely an interesting trade. But enough of what I have to say. I've been talking way too much. What do you guys think? Leave your comments down below. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.